Hey there friends, Alex from the Big Dream program, and I'd like to tell you about a motivation technique that if you haven't heard of, or there might be more imaginative ways to use it, you might like. This was, just rocked a client session this morning, and anyway, here it is you pick a date in the future. Let me set the scene first, let's say you have a bunch of projects that you don't necessarily want to do. Or even if you do want to do them, you're dragging your feet. You're feeling a little bit lazy and so on. Hard to get yourself to do them. There's no urgency. So there's various ways to help with this, such as deadlines, such as social accountability and others. But the one I want to speak to today, which is frankly my favorite, is make your own sort of deadline, but it's different. It's quite inviting, I think. Here's how it works. Is you pick a date in the future that's a reasonable length of time based on what you want to accomplish, that is a meaningful date for you ideally somehow, like it's your birthday, or it's the day before your trip, or the day you graduate, or the day you have your book launch. It can be a small thing, can be a big thing, or you can just say this day in 6 weeks time if you can make it motivating enough. But here's a little trick to it. Here's how it works. Is you imagine yourself waking up on that day, or reaching a certain milestone in that day that makes sense, like if it's a birthday, like when the birthday cake is coming, I don't know. Just some point in the day, can you just unpack that moment for a bit and ask this question? What would I like to be feeling in that moment? What would I like to be true? And specifically what I'm talking about is, what will I be really, really glad that I handled or got done or put behind me prior to this moment? So that moment's going to come, time is going to come no matter what we do, right? So that moment, whether it's 6 weeks or 6 months from now, is going to come regardless of what we do. So what we're talking about is the motivation technique. As with all motivation techniques in the Big Dream program, is it actually important? Are these things on your plate? Do you actually need to do them at all? Or are you just telling yourself you need to do them? So it's worth doing a bit of an audit on them, but as long as you're pretty sure you want to accomplish them, you're just having trouble motivating yourself, tie it to a date in the future. And instead of thinking through the deadline lens, well, if that works for you, go ahead. Otherwise, think of it as, what do I want to be true on that date? An example, we use it in tiny ways, big ways. We use it constantly in the Big Dream program, different people. An example is I kind of let myself go on a fitness level, running the Big Dream program. Very ambitious man, but a lot of it sitting on my butt on the computer, right? Anyway, we were going to visit our youngest kid in Ireland, and it was 12 months in the future or whatever it was. We knew we were going, and I thought, I just could imagine us being out on a hike, and there's beautiful hills in Ireland, and I thought how nice it would be to be able to climb one of them. It's inviting, it's fun, there's often a path going up, and I didn't want to be the guy that said, oh, I don't think I can do it. Like, I didn't want to die trying to climb a mountain. And so I thought, I've got 12 months here. What do I want to be true on the morning that I wake up in Ireland and we're talking about what to do? And I thought, I want to be true that I can suggest, sorry for the shaky phone there, I want to be able to suggest and climb a mountain. And therefore, it got me to go to the gym 12 months ahead of time. I could not motivate myself to go to the gym. Like, it was such a good idea, the night before, and then I didn't want to do it. Anyway, we all have things like this. And that sort of willpower can only last most people so long. Like, you need something else. In this case, it's like a carrot dangling out in front of you. And I thought, what do I want to be true? And I thought, I really want to be able to climb this mountain and enjoy it. In fact, if I can do it where I'm posting this video, I'll send you the picture. Long and short of it is, I did do it. In fact, we climbed a few. It was awesome. I was so proud. Not only I was so delighted to climb the mountain with Lai, I was so proud of myself, because it took 12 months work to try to whip myself into shape, so that I could do it. It got me to go to the gym pretty religiously for a year, 3 times a week. Oh, I missed the odd week. I might have missed the odd month. I don't think I did. Anyway, see what I mean? So tie it to a date. So you get a bunch of things that you want to do that you don't necessarily want to do, trouble motivating yourself. Consider tying it to a date, and then take the extra step of imagining yourself on that day, in a moment on that day, ideally something important to you, like I'd like to be able to climb the mountain, such that you wake up every day thinking about that in the meantime. And then you've got X amount of lead time. You thought, well, I have 12 months or I have 6 weeks or whatever in order to knuckle down on that. So then you start time blocking and you get to work. See if that helps. I could say so much more and I shan't. Okay, Alex from the Big Dream Program. If this is a fun idea for you, you want to try it out, please do. Maybe even let me know how it goes. Take care. Bye.